There's someone in your life right now who doesn't talk to their parents anymore. Maybe it's your coworker who changes the subject when holidays come up. Maybe it's your friend who says it's complicated when you ask about family. Or maybe it's you, sitting with that same heavy silence. My name is Kino, and I spend way too much time thinking about why some people walk away from the people who raised them. If you've ever wondered what's really happening when someone cuts off their family, or if you're dealing with this yourself, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this resonates with you. Because today, we're going to explore what's actually going on in the minds of people who make this incredibly hard choice. And by the end, you'll understand this isn't about being dramatic or ungrateful. This is about survival. Here's what most people don't get. Nobody wakes up one day and decides to cut off their family for fun. This isn't like unfriending someone on social media because they posted too many cat pictures. Research shows that about 1 in 4 American adults have stopped talking to at least one family member. That's millions of people, and the reasons are way more serious than most people think. Let's start with what psychologists actually see when someone goes what they call no contact with family. First off, this term means exactly what it sounds like. No calls, no texts, no birthday cards, no showing up at family events. Complete silence. And for most people who do this, it comes after years of trying everything else first. Think about it like this. Imagine you keep touching a hot stove, and every single time you get burned. At first, you might think you're touching it wrong. You try different approaches. You ask the stove to please stop burning you. You bring in other people to help. But the stove keeps burning you, over and over. Eventually, your brain figures out the obvious solution. Stop touching the stove. That's basically what's happening here, except the stove is a parent or sibling, and the burns are emotional wounds that don't heal because they keep getting reopened. Research tells us the main reasons people cut off family members. The biggest one? Emotional abuse. About 3/4 of people who cut off contact say they experienced emotional abuse as kids. This isn't about parents who made normal mistakes or had bad days. This is about patterns that lasted years. Things like constantly being criticized, having your feelings dismissed, being manipulated, or made to feel like you're never good enough no matter what you do. Here's what that looks like in real life. A kid grows up watching their parent explode in anger over tiny things. They learn to walk on eggshells, always scanning for danger, always trying to predict what will set off the next explosion. Their nervous system gets wired for threat detection. Even as adults, their body remembers. When they're around that parent, their heart races, their stomach knots up, they can't think straight. That's not them being dramatic. That's their brain recognizing actual danger based on years of evidence. Another huge reason is boundary violations. This is when someone tells a parent, "Please don't do this thing that hurts me," and the parent keeps doing it anyway, over and over. It might be sharing private information, showing up unannounced, criticizing life choices, or refusing to respect basic requests. When someone's boundaries get trampled repeatedly, they eventually realize the only boundary that will actually work is total distance. Then there's addiction and mental health issues that never get addressed. When a parent is actively using drugs or alcohol, or has untreated mental illness that creates chaos, their kids often have to make an impossible choice. Keep trying to help and get dragged down, or walk away to save themselves. Many people who cut off contact did so after watching a parent choose substances or refuse help over having a relationship with them. Some people go no contact because their identity isn't accepted. If you're gay and your parents tell you you're going to hell, if you're transgender and they refuse to use your name, if you married someone of a different race and they won't accept your partner, at some point you realize they're asking you to choose between being yourself and being in the family. Most people choose themselves, and they should. Here's the thing that's really important to understand. This decision usually comes after many attempts to fix things. We're talking about trying family therapy, writing letters explaining how they feel, setting smaller boundaries and watching them get ignored, giving second chances and third chances and 20th chances. Going no contact is almost never the first move. It's the last one. And it's not an easy one. Even when someone knows intellectually that cutting off contact is the right choice for their safety and sanity, it still hurts like hell. There's grief for the parent they wish they had. There's guilt that gets triggered every holiday season. There's the pain of watching other people have normal family relationships and wondering what that would feel like. There's the exhaustion of explaining to new friends or partners why you don't talk to your family without sounding broken or dramatic. The psychology behind this decision comes down to pretty much something simple. At some point, the pain of staying became greater than the pain of leaving. The nervous system that spent years in survival mode needed rest. The person who kept hoping their parent would change finally accepted the change wasn't coming. The adult child realized they deserved better than what they were getting, even if that better meant being alone. Does going no contact fix everything? Not automatically. Many people carry the effects of those relationships for years. They struggle with trust, with setting boundaries in other relationships, with feeling worthy of love. But for many, the distance creates space to finally heal. It's like trying to recover from a broken leg while someone keeps hitting it with a hammer. You can't heal the injury until the harm stops. The hardest part for people outside this situation to understand is that love doesn't fix everything. You can love someone and still need to protect yourself from them. You can wish things were different while accepting they're not. You can grieve the loss of family while knowing it was necessary. One more thing that matters. Going no contact doesn't mean someone is cold or unforgiving. It means they finally decided their mental health, their safety, their peace mattered more than maintaining a relationship that was destroying them. That's not selfish. That's survival. If this video helped you understand what's really happening when someone cuts off family, or if this is your story and you needed to hear you're not wrong for protecting yourself, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more psychology content that goes deeper than surface explanations. Share this with someone who needs to understand, whether that's someone judging people who go no contact or someone who's struggling with this decision themselves. Let me know in the comments, what's the hardest part about this topic for you? What do you wish more people understood? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.